DeAndre Hopkins is off the market. How does this affect the Jets?
Inside, and a beauty! Hall running free! Brees Hall inside the 10! He's gonna score!
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Talking Jets with Tigo. My name is Tigo, and today we're going to be talking about this DeAndre Hopkins signing that happened yesterday. Yesterday was more of a family day, so I spent the day with my family. Didn't want to make a video, and that's on me. But I did want to talk about this whole DeAndre Hopkins signing with the Tennessee Titans. How does this affect the New York Jets? How does this affect the New York Jets' playoff aspirations and all of those things? Well, I think the first thing that we have to talk about is the fact that the negative side of this, and that's the negative, is that the New York Jets seem to be interested in signing a wide receiver. DeAndre Hopkins is arguably the best wide receiver that was left and would have been a great addition to our room, and he's just not. He didn't come to the New York Jets. And that when we look at the price tag for what DeAndre Hopkins got, it makes a ton of sense. He essentially got $15 million a year over the next 2 years. Yes, I know that it's listed as a $26 million 2-year deal. It has incentives that can go all the way up to $30 million. So the idea of paying $15 million to DeAndre Hopkins to essentially be wide receiver 2 is not something that I'm all that interested in. I don't want to take snaps away from Garrett Wilson, but you would kind of feel obliged to in this scenario if you're paying a guy like DeAndre Hopkins that much money. And I think that right now, I don't think it's that far of a stretch to say that Garrett Wilson might be better than what DeAndre Hopkins is over 30. So there's the negative, right? We didn't get a good wide receiver. Now, here's the positive that the way that I look at it, and that's that neither did the Buffalo Bills, the New England Patriots, or the Kansas City Chiefs. All teams that the New York Jets were going to have to go through, not necessarily the New England Patriots, but all teams that the New York Jets are going to have to go through to get to the playoffs. And when you look at the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs are a much better team with DeAndre Hopkins, especially when you take into consideration that they have the baby goat under center, right? As long as Patrick Mahomes is quarterback, that team is always going to be competitive. And DeAndre Hopkins helps that wide receiver room, no matter how you slice it up. And him not being in Kansas City, a team that was interested in DeAndre Hopkins, even engaged in trade talks. And the same thing with Buffalo. Buffalo isn't a scary wide receiver room. Stephon Diggs can be shut down by our 2 wide receivers. It makes life a lot harder when it's Stephon Diggs and DeAndre Hopkins. And this isn't disrespect towards Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is one hell of a wide receiver. That's not me trying to take a crap on him. It's just that we also have one hell of a cornerback pairing that is going to be covering him. And we saw that last year in both of our matchups. Defending against the Buffalo Bills becomes harder with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins because now they have their true number 2 wide receiver, something that they've been looking for since acquiring DeAndre Hopkins. Again, there are a lot of things here, but I think the biggest thing is it sucks that we didn't get him, but it's great that he went to Tennessee because Tennessee is not a program that's going to win a ton of football games. Even in the weak AFC South, the Jacksonville Jaguars own that division, and Tannehill and Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins is not a good enough wide receiver core to really create any type of is not really that good of a core to create any type of pressure in the playoff picture, especially when you look at how bad that offensive line is, and they lost their second-year player in Petit Frere. Like, the Tennessee Titans are a team that I look at that I think are going to struggle offensively, and they're going to struggle creating points. Now, they're going to have a solid defense. I think that because I just like some of the players that are on their defense, and I like what they've done defensively, but that doesn't change the fact that offensively, I think they're going to have a hard time. And with all of that being said, him going to a team that is essentially, in my eyes, not really a threat to the New York Jets is a great thing. So let me know. What do you guys think in the comment section below? Are you upset that DeAndre Hopkins didn't come to the Jets? How do you feel about him going to the Tennessee Titans? Let me know in the comment section below. And last but not least, go Jets. Get on out of here.